Believe it or not, this contraption is not part of an underground bunker where we're keeping the aliens. It's got nothing to do with the time machine. No, it's not part of the super collider. And no, it is not where the politicians are hiding all the money. Basically, it's just part of everyday farm life around here. Let's talk about it. This is one of our rain catchment systems. Basically, what it does is the rain comes down and we either catch it and put it in a big barrel or a storage tank of some sort, or in this case, we're going to vent it after it's cleaned somewhat into one of our stock tanks for our livestock to come up and get a drink whenever they want. Now, living in West Tennessee, it rains here every time you turn around. Winter, summer, whatever, we're going to get rain. So, how does this help us? Let's look at the system. As you see behind me, plastic gutters. There's about 20-25 feet of it on this particular milking barn. But nonetheless, it catches the water that comes off a metal roof. Not all that high tech. This particular device used to have a screen across here. It got blown away in one of our numerous tornadoes. So I took a screen which keeps all the big stuff out from coming down. We're surrounded by trees everywhere here in Tennessee. And the leaves are caught in the net. What the rest of this is called a first flush valve. And the way it works is water goes in the top. Sitting down here, there's a small opening. I'll try to get a picture of that in a minute. There's a ball in there, yes, a plastic ball. And as you go up the pipe, there's a small little wedge inside here. And I'll open this up so you can see it here in a minute. There's the valve I was referring to. Basically, it's a small opening that has a diaphragm on the inside, which regulates how much water it lets out when it rains. This is starting to sound a little bit complicated, and it's really not. I, for those of you that don't know, do not work for NASA. So if I can build it, so can you. These are some other diaphragms that came with that valve, by the way. They're all of different sizes. Basically, the water goes down that pipe and goes through the hole out to the ground. And the bigger the hole, the faster the water runs out. And so the faster the water runs out, the less you're going to get in your stock tank in this case, but also the cleaner your water is going to be. Once the ball starts to float, because our orifice, our little valve in our diaphragm, is starting to fill up this pipe, water fills up the pipe, and the ball comes up to right about here. And right there, it seals off the rest of this pipe. Down through here, there is nothing in here but water until it starts to drain down through our hole. But in the meantime, the water is pouring over out into our stock tanks. The entire purpose of this is to allow all the contaminants, the different particles, to go down in the bottom of the pipe and be vented out on the ground. And it keeps the water much, much cleaner. Without a first flush valve, you'll get all kind of goobers in your stock tank water in this case. As you can see, we're not going to get any rain today, so I'm going to stick a hose in this thing so you can see how it works. Can't get enough help around here. They're always coming to see what's going on. Good morning. If we look down in the pipe, you can see where the ball comes up and seats and seals the water over. So I'm going to go turn the water on and we'll see what we get. We've got rain coming from the gutter. I don't know if you can see that flowing through there or not, but it's coming down. And now what's going to happen is it's going to start leaking out the bottom. See the water coming out? Now, it's going to let more and more water in there until the little ball on the inside goes up and seats. We're still waiting on the little ball to seat. I didn't turn the hose on very much so we could see how this worked. And there's the ball right there. You see it coming up? And there it is. And look, here comes the water. As the water seeps out the bottom, that ball is going to go up and down, but the water we're getting out of here is going to be cleaner than what it would have been if we'd have put it straight in. You can use this system for all types of livestock. It's not just cows and goats and the bigger style livestock. It works for everything. You can scale it up or down depending on what your needs are. It will also be very useful if indeed you want to put it on your house. Let's talk about maintenance for a minute. Yes, you need to clean out that screen at the very bottom of the tube every so often to get the particulate matter out. It's as easy as popping out, running a hose over it, putting it back in, and off you go. Also, in the winter, even here in the Mid-South, which I was reminded by one of my subscribers the other day, we don't have real winter here. When the temperature goes below 32, you cannot have water in this pipe. If you saw some of the repair pieces in this pipe where I've gone back and fixed it, when you leave the bottom fitting on in the wintertime, it will freeze and it'll break the pipe. So you need to make sure you take that bottom fitting off when it gets cold out. But for the most part, it's been trouble-free for years and years and years. We get free water, I have free labor. Makes it good for everybody. Until next time, save your water. See you down at the barn.